Spurs versus Knicks, game 2. So yesterday VIP went 3-1. Let me say that again, 3-1. Free plays 2-1. And tonight we got game 2 of the NBA Finals with 3 props sitting in front of us, and honestly, cleaner than anything I showed you the other day and yesterday. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why these plays make sense. And you're going to be locked in before tip-off. All right, but the real story here is that the VIP was 3-1 yesterday. I want to be transparent with you guys on this channel. We're not going to go 10-0 every single day. That's not how this works. But when we're 3-1 on VIP and 2-1 on free plays on an MLB night, that tells you the research is paying off. And look, if you told me yesterday and you're up, drop it in the comments right now. Let me know. It generally motivates me to keep going deeper on this stuff every single day. Now, I need to talk to you guys about something before we get into picks. I'm only going to say this once in the video, so pay attention. This VIP access right here is 75% off using the code FINALS, all capitals, and that deal expires June 7th. That is 2 days from now. After that, it will be gone. If you guys have been watching this channel for a while and you've been debating whether VIP is worth it, this is a sign. You're watching a board that went 3-1 last night. The full VIP board has plays I don't put on YouTube, parlays, same game props, everything. So the link is in the description. 75% off. Expires June 7th. Don't overthink it. Okay, let's talk about tonight. So here's where we are. We got the Spurs and the Knicks. NBA Finals Game 2 tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time. The Knicks took Game 1 in San Antonio, and the crowd was electric. Crowd was the loudest I've heard from them all postseason. And now the Spurs need to come back at home in Game 2. Here's what this means for us from a betting perspective. The Spurs are in adjustment mode. When a team loses Game 1, especially on the road, their defensive scheme tightens up. Their coach is going to manage the rotation differently. That changes the usage on individual players, and it changes who's going to get the minutes and when. And that is exactly why these prop plays are live. Because when everyone is focused on the serious narrative, the spread, the total, which team is going to dominate, we're looking at 3 specific players who are going to produce predictable numbers regardless of what the scoreboard says. Now, let me show you why. 3 plays tonight. One of them has hit at 100% rate in the last 5 games. One of them is averaging nearly double the line on road games. And one of them hasn't cleared his number in 6 straight matchups against defenses just like tonight. We're going to break all 3 down. So let's go. Play number 1. We got Victor Wembanyama under 3.5 blocks. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wemby is the best shot blocker in the league. Why are we going under on his blocks? Now, that is exactly the right question. So let me answer with some data here. Wembanyama is averaging 2.8 blocks per game. The line is set at 3.5. That's a 0.7 block gap between his average and the line, just on that alone. The math says under. But here's where it gets really interesting. In his last 6 games against top 10 block defenses, 6 straight games, if you see it here, Wemby has failed to clear 3.5 blocks. 6 in a row. And what's his average in those matchups? 2.5 blocks. per game, even further below the line. Now, look at the Knicks. New York ranked 6th in blocks allowed. That means they are on an elite team at limiting opposing blocks. They push the ball, they avoid situations that create block opportunities, and their guards are disciplined about attacking the basket in ways that don't put them in Wemby's range. So, the last 10 games overall, 90% hit rate on the under, I meant, sorry. Last 5, 100%. The trend is real, folks. The matchup is real. The gap between his average and the line is real. Now, is Wembanyama going to have a monster playoff game at some point in this series? Probably. But the data tells us tonight is not that night. The matchup says no. The trend says no. So my official play here is Wembanyama blocks under 3.5. This is a strong play. So, what line are you going to see on your books? Drop it in the comments. Let's compare. So, go real quick here, folks. If you're getting value out of this breakdown, please make sure you hit the subscribe button right now. We do this every single day. Game 1, Game 2, all the way through the finals. And if you want the full board, the stuff that's not on YouTube, winnable right now, 75% off. Link is in the description. Let's get back to the plays. All right, our next play is going to be Landry Shamet points over 7.5. This is priced at minus 107 on Novig. I take it on Novig because Novig has the best lines out there, folks. And let's pull this up here. If you look right here, and everybody is favoring this. You got Sleeper at minus 133, Underdog at minus 120, DraftKings minus 115, and then you got Novig minus 107. So make sure you guys sign up for Novig because you will have the best lines, and shopping the lines makes you more money in the long run. So, all right, let's get back to that pick. Landry Shamet over 7.5. I want to spend some real time here because I think this is the most undervalued play on tonight's board. Let's start with his road numbers because this is a road game for Shamet. He's playing for New York, and in his last 5 road games, Landry Shamet has averaged 14 points per game. 14, the line is 7.5. That's not even a difficult conversation here, folks. If you look at the last game against San Antonio, he had 13 points. The line is currently 7.5. Get it in before it goes up. Let me give you the actual scores from those 5 road games. You got 12. You got 9. 14. 16. 13. Every single one has cleared the 7.5 with room to spare. His last 5 road median is 13 points. His road game average is 14. This guy is a different player away from home, and that's backed up in this data. Now, let me give you some supporting context that makes this even stronger. The Spurs are allowing 111.5 points per game. That is the 8th most in the league. They are not a defensive powerhouse right now. When you play against a team that allows 111.5 points, shooters are going to find their spots, and Shamet is a shooter. Look at his supporting stats. He's hitting 2.23 points per game. He plays 18.5 minutes on the average. He's not a guy who needs 35 minutes to get 7.5 points. He gets buckets efficiently. His median for the last 10 games is 10.5 points. And here's the real thing that seals this for me. The price is still minus 107. That is nearly even money for a play that has hit in the last 5 road games at 100%. The market hasn't caught up to his road performance yet. This is where our value is. When you see a trend this strong and a price this fair, that's when you gotta act, folks. Landry Shamet points over 7.5. This might be my favorite play on the board tonight. So, if you're on PrizePicks or Underdog, this pairs beautifully with our next pick. I'm going to tell you exactly why in a second. Okay, before we get on to play number 3, I want to plant something in your head, you guys. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys a 2-leg combo using 2 of tonight's plays that I think is generally worth considering. So stay with me. Play 3 is coming up. So we got play 3, Dylan Harper rebounds over 4.5. Folks, Harper is a rookie, and I want to acknowledge that up front because rookies in playoff situations can be unpredictable. You never know how a young player is going to respond to the final stage. But the numbers here don't lie. Harper is averaging 6.3 rebounds per game. The line is 4.5. That is a 1.8 rebound gap between his average and the line to go under tonight. He would have to perform nearly 2 boards below his season average in the NBA Finals. That requires a significant regression. Is it possible? Sure. Is the data pointing in that direction? Absolutely not. Last 5 games, he's had a 100% hit rate on the over. Last 10 games, 80%. He's consistent. He's physical. And he's getting 10.4 rebound chances per game. The last opportunity is there every single possession. Now let's talk about matchup. The Knicks rank 18th in rebounds allowed. That puts them in the bottom half of the league, and they're not a team that dominates the glass defensively. Their guards don't box out aggressively. They focus on transition defenses. That creates space for a physical big like Harper to clean up. His last 10 rebound totals, if you look at it, 10, 11, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. I mean, he's consistent, folks. That's all there is to say. Only 2 of those games were even close to the 4.5. The floor on this guy is higher than the line. So, one more thing. Look at the EV breakdown on this. The fair value is minus 127. This line is minus 130. The market right on the edge of this, which means the sharp money has already moved on. That's single. Dylan Harper rebounds over 4.5, locking in. All right, let's get into that parlay combo. And here it is. If you are on PrizePicks, Underdog, or any platform that lets you stack props, here's the 2 legs I like. We're going to go with Landry Shamet over 7.5 and Dylan Harper over his 4.5 rebounds. Here's why I like stacking these 2 specifically. They're on opposite teams. This is not a same team parlay where one bad game blows up both legs. Shamet is on the Knicks. Harper is on the Spurs. They perform independently of each other. The correlation is close to 0. Shamet's road trend is on fire. Harper's rebound floor is well above the line. Both of these individually are strong plays. Combining them gives you multiple value without stacking the risk. On PrizePicks, a 2-leg power play pays 3x. Drop a small unit on this combo and the math works in your favor. I'm not going to tell you to bet the house. I'm going to tell you the data supports it. And look, if you guys want the full parlay board, including the 3-leg and 4-leg combos, nations, we're running in VIP tonight. Winnable, 75% off. Link in the description. June 7th is the deadline. That's it. Alrighty, so let's go over. I'll give you my plays here that I put in. Victor Wembanyama, under 3.5 blocks. Dylan Harper, over 4.5 rebounds. Lander Shamet, over 7.5 points. This I placed on Novig because they do have the better lines. But Novig, you can combo these two if you want. For example, I could put this in all as a parlay. Alrighty. And my combo play is taking that Shamet over 7.5 and Dylan Harper together, 4.5. 2 legs, opposite teams, strong individual trends. Worth the small unit on the power play. All right, folks, that's tonight's Game 2, 8:30 Eastern tonight. Let's cash. Drop your plays in the comments below. I want to know if you're tailing, fading, or adding your own legs. And seriously, if you guys have not subscribed yet, I got 75% off my winnable. Also, if you guys want it absolutely free, sign up using code NIGHT10 on Novig. Send me a screenshot, and I will hook you up with the free 30 days of VIP. All you got to do is send me a screenshot and proof that you deposited to tsk1016@gmail.com, and I'll get you hooked up. All right. That's all I got. So good luck tonight. Let's make some smart plays. Stay disciplined, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the full recap. Let's ride.